Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84. Now I had sort of said no more fig videos. I was kind of referring to no more fig videos about the brebas off my large in-ground tree, of which I've been getting an amazing crop recently. The reason I'm doing this video is this fig is, I think, the one and only breba on one of my other container growing plants, and it's the first time that it's produced a fig since I got it a couple of years ago. Now the variety is not known. I bought it from a gentleman in North London who has a load of fig plants in his back garden, and he just referred to it as Jason Unnamed Large Red. Basically he didn't know what it was, and it produces large red figs. This is not a large one compared to what he gets on his, and I presume it originally came from someone named Jason. I'm sure it is a named variety. The reason I featured it is because the leaves are totally different to the leaves on my in-ground tree that I've been enjoying so many brebas off. These are a trilobe leaf, or at least on this size plant they're a trilobe leaf. It's only a young plant in a pot, so I'm delighted that it has produced a fig. Now the figs he was getting off the plant was something like 150 to 170 grams, as big as tennis balls, so this one's quite small in comparison. I'm going to check the weight on it for people who would like to monitor these things. So we're going to see what it weighs. Not bad, 100 grams. It's still a decent sort of, that's a decent weight, to be honest, and that translates to 3.6 ounces for any of my Imperial American friends. So what I thought we'd do is cut it in half, have a look at what the inside's like compared to the one that I've been getting all those brebas off. It looks to me, from looking at the outside first, it's got a very, you can see why it was called a red fig. It's, although the skin's quite dark on my in-ground tree, the whole of this fig is a very, very dark red, almost a black. I think it's too big to be something like a black Madeira, although the skin colour might be similar. And leaves, I'm not an expert on figs, so I think we'll cut it in half. It is, incidentally, has been quite deformed. It's sort of, you can see it's got this rib round it. I think as a young fig it was sort of damaged, so I didn't expect it to make it to maturity, but it has. See if we can cut it with one hand. See what it looks like inside. As you can see, it's quite a reddish. Again, like the other fig, it's quite a dark red. I would say this one's a little bit darker inside than the other one. Again, it looks like it's got a reasonable amount of syrup inside it. So what we'll probably do is I'll flip it around and we'll give this a taste and see if it tastes exactly the same as the other fig or a little bit different. So bear with me, and I'll swap it round. So welcome back to the second part of the video. Incidentally, I'm filming this on the 4th of August for people who are interested in dates on when these figs are ready. Obviously, might not put this out for a few days because I think I've had enough fig videos recently. But let's just taste this one and see if it tastes okay, despite the fact that it's got a little bit of deformation on the skin. Very nice. How do I describe it? I'm not into describing figs. It's got more of a seed crunch to it. It's a bit crunchier inside than my other one, and you can actually see seeds in it. So it seems to have set seeds somehow or other. It's a slightly firmer flesh. It's definitely a much tougher skin. You could peel this one if you wanted to, but it's still soft enough to eat. it's got a slightly more intense flavour perhaps than the other one, but as it's only the one fig, I can't really get a general comparison, because it might well be that it's just this particular fruit. I wouldn't say, I mean, people call them jammy. I think they just call them jammy because they look like jam inside. I'm not actually convinced they taste specifically like any jams, but it's a very nice fig. Now I think in the next week or so I'm going to have a small black Madeira breba ready. It is a very small fig, but it's definitely a labelled black Madeira. But as I said, I don't know what this variety is, and obviously when I do the black Madeira one, I'll also take a picture of the leaf for a comparison to see if it looks the same as this leaf here. Medium-sized trilobe leaf. However, it's a small plant, so obviously the leaves may get much bigger as the plant grows. I did repot it this year, but I think it needs repotting again. But it is a lovely colour fig inside and outside. As I said, a slight crunch on the seeds, but barely noticeable. Very, very nice. Very pleasant fig. I wouldn't say it's any better than my large tree. In fact, they're possibly not as nice as the large tree, but who's to say? But it's not, because they're both similar figs, both dark skins and with a sort of a reddish flesh. It's not like eating a like getting a green skinned one with a white flesh. So we've still got, or a green skinned one with a red flesh. So obviously I'm hoping at some stage I'll get to try some like that as well. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, much appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up, share the video if you think anybody might know what the fig is, or if they'll be interested in tasting of an unknown fig. Please do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell if you do want to know when new videos come out. I'll catch up with you on the next video. Brett out for now.